Welcome back to the Roundtable Rams podcast. This is episode number 29. We have a lot to go over. Training camp is on and rolling. Please, everybody, like I've been starting every one of these episodes. If you like what you hear, like, subscribe, share, do all the things, please. It really helps us out with exposure, all that good stuff. The official Roundtables Rams website will be in the description of this video. You can create an account for free. There's more articles, more analysis, more everything going on there. Yeah. Let's just get right into it here. As we know, as we've talked about, as everyone's talking about, seemingly with the Rams, is Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald this, Aaron Donald that. For obvious reasons, it's Aaron Donald. And the fact that he is probably going to come back now is a big topic of conversation. That being said, it's almost guaranteed now. Let's just say that. It's probably going to happen. I would say it's probably about an 80% for sure thing. He went to the Rams facility and did an official tryout with the team that was cataloged and recorded in their system, and it appeared on the NFL's daily transaction wire. The reasoning behind this was because he needed to use official equipment for his tryout, and they needed to legally say that or whatever, or officially put him on the tryout side of things, whatever. The most interesting thing following that was Sean McVay spoke to ESPN LA and said that he could make the team. So obviously it sounds like Aaron Donald hasn't lost a step, and that's kind of the whole point of him coming back and playing. He did also speak, Sean McVay spoke yesterday as well following the end of practice, saying that there's certain timelines and certain things that Aaron Donald has told him. And basically, again, it's basically like he's saying that he's coming back, but he's not ready to say when he's coming back for sure. Like it's here ish. Let's just say it. Let's just get it out there. He's coming back. Like I don't see, unless he suffers an injury, which I don't think would happen. I don't think there's any way that Aaron Donald doesn't come back.
I'm just confused because, like, I think last week Sean McVay had said that like there wasn't going to be a decision during training camp, and then I'm like, okay, then when is it? It's kind of like irritating me. I'm not gonna lie because it's like Aaron Donald or not, he needs to be there in the room training with people,
Yeah.
getting this done, getting on the same page. Like, I don't think you can just like it doesn't even matter. It could be Ray Lewis, it could be anyone. Like, I don't think that they can just come back and fit in the scheme. Like, they need to be part of the team, training with the team, having the chemistry, like being on the same page. Maybe he is, maybe he's in the building and we're not seeing, I don't know, but like I don't get this whole thing at all. I'm like, can we get on the same page here? Can we please just like have him in the room alongside everybody else?
Yeah, well, I mean, Sean McVay did also say that it's because like with things that he's already said that things that we've already known about the Aaron Donald comeback is that he's testing his body to make sure that he can go through a full season because he doesn't want to come back half clip, only play half snaps, only play third downs, whatever it is that the Rams may or may not use him for. He doesn't want it to be for half a season. We know this already. So again, I agree with you, and that's why I was like, it's weird that they haven't announced it fully. He did say that they wouldn't say anything until Woodland Hills, but like the first preseason game is next week, and you know, like when is it going to be official? But regardless of them trying to downplay the fact that he had an official tryout, it's an official tryout. You don't do that unless you're going to sign a deal. So. You know,
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, was that what that was?" It's like,
It's like, okay.
why do they act like we're stupid? They did the same thing with the Tysons, and I'm like, we're not dumb.
somebody called it the worst kept secret, and I was like, it's not. It's not. It's just say it already. You know, just say he's coming back. We'll have more details. I don't know, whatever. But yeah,
Yeah. It's weird how they're tiptoeing around this and they're
yeah,
trying to they're trying to still keep it a secret. It's like the worst kept secret
yeah,
ever, I guess, in a way. I mean, like, because this all started when Myles Garrett got traded,
yeah,
and that's when it was like, wait, like Aaron Donald said what? And then he
mm,
texted Pat McAfee, and then
yeah,
things just started to the kind of snowball, and then he has that practice at Woodland Hills in early July,
yeah.
and it's like, whoa, like okay,
This
he's
is
finally
real.
coming back. And then since then, it's like okay, it's not a matter of if he's coming back, it's when he's coming back,
When, yeah,
and that still remains the case. And yeah, like Sean McVay said, either in the start of training camp or a little bit before training camp started, that nothing was going to be said, and or a decision wasn't going to be made until after training camp, which it will conclude, I think, Sunday. They'll be getting back to Woodland Hills shortly after that. So as early as next week, we'll get an official word of whether he is. And at this point, I think we'll all be shocked if he doesn't come back.
Right,
At this
right.
point, like you said, James, something catastrophic would have to happen, injury, or like maybe his body doesn't respond well.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're hearing. And I mean, just looking at Sean McVay's face every single time Aaron Donald comes up, it's like he's like a kid in a candy store. It's just like this smile that just this smirk that just comes out, like, like it's crazy. Like it's like talking about like your middle school crush or something like that,
Yeah.
right? He just like has this smile, his cheeks get all red and whatnot. It's just, yeah,
That's-
like you said, he has like the worst poker face ever.
That's so funny that you said that, because his press conference yesterday, when they asked him about Aaron Donald, he was grinning ear to ear, and then he was like, "Yeah, we'll let you know." And then they started asking him about the Australia game, and he was like, "I don't want to talk about that." And I was like, "Dude, the dichotomy of his emotions. That's so
Yeah.
funny you bring that up." But yeah, just
It-
say
it-
that he's
it's
coming
So
back.
annoying. It's
Ah,
so annoying.
yeah.
It's just irritating. Just like
It
get over
is.
yourselves. Like
I
and
agree.
just fix
I
it.
agree. I agree. At this point, it's more annoying. It's just like, okay, like we know he's coming back. Just announce it already. Like a couple weeks ago, it's like there was real speculation. Now I think from the start of training camp to now, it's just like, okay, just announce it already. Just announce it. It's going to happen. Just like,
Yeah.
just get it done.
Yeah, I understand the frustration from you, Billion, and like you just said, like just say it, just get it, like just say it, like he's coming
I
back.
just think it's a detriment to them. Like he's not practicing with everyone. Like
Right,
you
right.
are setting up your team for a season where you want to win a Super Bowl. If you're serious about it, like quit playing games,
Yeah.
put him on the team, fix him, and just do. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I
What,
mean,
what
well,
also what I also find confused, like his wife she tweeted something, I think like a day or two ago, like,
She's as over it as I am. She's
I don't
like,
know where
just
you guys are
say
getting this.
it.
I don't know where you guys are getting this information. I'm like, I was like, what? Like, okay, like I don't know.
from Sean McVay, the coach. Of
It's
the
because he's
Rams?
telling them two different things. He's like, I'm not
Yeah.
going, babe. Sean, I'm coming. I'm coming. Like,
He's like, hey, I have to go out and get some milk, and all of a sudden he's on TMZ practicing, and she's like, what the hell? What do you mean? I know it's so. I don't look. It's not confirmed. It's not. So we're just spinning our wheels here. It's not confirmed, but it may as well be, is what we're saying. Like he's tested his body or whatever. He did an official tryout. Even Sean McVay said he can make the team. So what more do you need? What is going on? Just say that he's coming back. It's probably going to be next week when they're ready for the preseason game. He'll probably have to play in preseason, I would imagine. Maybe that's the final test, if you will, because like that's your precursor to playing an actual game. So if you go out on the field and you're gassed down, you can't do much of anything. That should tell you all you need to know, right? Is that maybe you're, like you just said earlier, buddy, that his body's not responding to coming back. But
I don't think he would be going through all these drills, training, and all that if he didn't want to come back anymore, right? Like, let's say he did a week of it and he was like, all right, nah, that's it. I can't do it. This seems like, I think that video came out July 10th, which we're almost approaching a month. I don't think he would still be doing all this if he wasn't, right? So I think his body, just like from what's been said and whatnot, I think his body is responding well. And then now we're really just like on a wait and see type of basis. Like, but yeah, at this point, just like say it already, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, speaking of defense and Aaron Donald, or lack thereof, Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett also spoke to ESPN LA and dropped a little nugget that he believes the 2026 Rams could be the greatest of all time. They asked if they could be similar to the 85 Bears and to the early 2000s Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we'll just stop there because I'm not going to start praising other teams like the Patriots or whoever, or the Ravens.
Please,
are fine.
come on now.
We know the Ravens have
the
a good
2000s Ravens,
All right,
the
all right,
Bullies
all
of Baltimore, the real,
I don't-
real greatest defense of all time.
85 Bears.
85 Bears, always Ravens. It ends there.
I mean, even
Continue.
God. Anyway, moving on. So, when asked bluntly, could this 2026 defense mimic those teams? He said, I think so. He said there's no limiter on what they can do. And there you go. I mean, could they be? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I would say no last year, obviously, because they didn't have a good secondary, but now you bring in Trent McDuffie. Now you got Jalen Watson back there. Those are not only cover corners, but they're also run stopping cover corners, and they're going to be used as such. Chris Shula has talked about that. All the rest of the defense has talked about that. You have Myles effing Garrett in the building, so of course that's going to raise your pass rush and your defensive capabilities by a great margin. Linebacker, still a little, I don't know. You got Nate Landman, but Omar Spates is up and coming. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Are they? Could they be?
I'm being a hater on today's podcast. I'm about 110% over the Rams. Like,
Oh.
I'm over their behavior. It's annoying me. You have to stay humble. Go into like, let your play do the talking. Stop gassing yourselves up. Stop having little secrets behind closed doors. Like, just do the work. Get in the training facility and show up and show out. Like, please do your talking on the field.
That's fire.
I'm gonna say this because I think, look, and I've been saying it. I've been saying I'm so excited to see this Rams defense. I can't wait. I love defensive football. I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be impressive. Maybe one of the best defenses in the league this year for sure. But I think the greatest of all time requires them to do things that just can't be done in today's NFL. Like the way that those teams played, like the 85 Bears, like the 2000s Ravens, like they may have the same kind of grit, but in a division where you got to go up against Mike McDonald's defense 2 times, let's face it, 3 times a year, like I just don't think it can be statistically that. Like you have to get offenses off the field in a way that's just like such a hard push in today's NFL. And I think they're going to be entertaining. I can't wait to see it. I've been saying it for weeks. I'm not hating on them. I'm just tired of all the, like, just a little humility, a little doing our talking on the field, a little not gassing ourselves up before we've even played a down of football. Chill out.
To their credit, they have not bought into the whole Super Bowl expectation thing. What Myles Garrett...
No, because all these contracts are saying otherwise, and I'm tired.
Okay.
I got a little sass on today's podcast.
I'll say this. It's the same situation with us talking about them being a 17-0 team. It can't happen. I'm going to say the same thing about the defense. Like you just said, that's a very good point. They have to do something that we have never seen in this modern era of football for them to be considered the greatest defense ever. And that would be, you got to silence those huge passers that you have to go up against the entire season. And that's just one element of being called the greatest defense. Like you have to like have a grip of sacks. You have to you have to win every game handily because your defense is getting those offenses off the field. And if they can't do that, then no, you're not going to be called the greatest of all time. We'll just say it right then and there.
Like just looking at their schedule alone, like that's a tough schedule.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah, the end, that whole murderer's row of the teams that they played towards the back half of the season is going to be insane. For them to win all those games, let alone stop all those quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, look, Myles Garrett is the type of guy who it never shies away from setting expectations on himself or on his team. So, I mean, him saying that's just him being confident, right? Is that going to happen? No, because they just on the 85 Bears alone, because that's the standard. This is a team who ranked first in points allowed, first in yards, first in rush yards, first in first downs, first in rush touchdowns, first in interceptions, which they had 34 interceptions. That's
damn.
That's insane. And they had 54 takeaways. This is just a team that, like, obviously it's a different type of football, but in their time, what they did, that was just otherworldly. That's revolutionary. That's something we're never going to see before. Not only that, in the playoffs against the Giants, when the 85 Bears played the Giants and the Rams, 0 points. 0 points. They didn't allow a single point in that playoff stretch. They allowed 10 points total, and that came in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. It's a different time. It's just a different type of like obviously play style as well, right? I mean, just alone, like the same reasons why they're not going to go 17-0, the same reasons why they're not going to have like an 85 2000s Ravens type of defense because things are just different in the NFL. Like
Yeah.
in their division alone, they have Kyle Shanahan and they have Mike McDonald. Like that's a gauntlet in its own right there. And you're gonna face those. You're gonna face them probably. I mean, let's say what? Probably two, four, six times those teams total potentially.
Mike
Potentially.
LaFleur, how dare you?
Potentially.
How dare you?
We're just not even considering
How
the
dare you? First of all,
Oh man, did they win yesterday? In the no, they lost, right?
no, they lost.
They
they,
lost.
they
Okay,
lost them. Everyone's like, it's so funny. Everyone was calling it the greatest Hall of Fame game ever. they're like
it was an entertaining game. It was an
they're like the
entertaining
game, a game that doesn't matter more than any other game this season. It's the greatest game we've ever seen. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. Anyway,
Oh man, yeah. So I mean, yeah, just I mean, when you're comparing yourself to that '85 team,
yeah,
it's tough. But look, like I said earlier, Myles Garrett's the type of guy to set expectations, to set the bar high. He said it himself. When he was talking to JB Long, he wants to break his own record. He wants to have 24, 25 sacks. This is a guy that's just how he goes. That's his motor. That's just who he is. And but yeah, the 85 thing, that's a weight stretch. I obviously, like we said before, this team's focused on winning a Super Bowl. If they happen to get that, if Myles Garrett happens to get his record and the defense kind of sets, some records on their own, which is a high bar in itself, so be it. But we all know what the ultimate goal is for this team, and if they don't get it done, then it's going to be viewed as a failure.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, to jump on what Billy is dishing out here. Like, yeah, I mean, they may not have, they may be like skirting the Super Bowl thing, but also too there is that hint of like, hey, like we know who we have in the building. So again, it doesn't really matter until it matters, and that's when Week 1 starts and beyond. And they already have a tough test traveling all the way to Australia to take on their divisional rival, who is
Yep.
whoa, let's just say what it is. They're very injured divisional rival because whoever's cursing the 49ers continues to curse them. But it's still going to be a tough game. And Sean McVay clearly doesn't want to talk about it. Moving on. I don't know if you guys watched that, but it was really funny because the reporter would not stop asking in different ways. And he's like, I don't want to talk about it. Go watch it. It made me laugh a lot because I was like, dude, why are you asking him more?
What's going on in LA over there?
I don't know. But and better news, Blake Corum is looking good. We watched those videos of his off-season training, and he looked like a monster. He spoke about a little bit more in detail what he went on. He went and trained with, I think, his high school trainer. I don't know where. I think it was his high school trainer. And he said it was about shocking his nervous system, playing barefoot, and really training the muscles for him. His ankle something.
It's actually his middle school and high school.
Middle school and high school trainer to really like get his body right for this upcoming season. As we know, Blake Corum did really well in the whole split carry thing in 2025. But now this begs the question, and we've talked about this before, and Kyren Williams is still going to be Kyren Williams. I mean, even Kyren Williams spoke about the fact that he was working on his ability to cut and ability to do all these different things to make himself better for this upcoming season. But you can't ignore Blake Corum in the sense of not that the Rams are, but his ascension is pretty kind of crazy. And I'm wondering if this is going to lead to a full 50-50 split carry situation in 2026. Obviously, the Rams are still going to do split carries in a way that obviously keeps Kyren Williams fresh. That's the whole goal of it, and it's understandable. But Blake Corum, man, I mean, this guy could have a monster year.
That's someone I'm not tired of. He's doing his talking off the field. He's getting himself, so he's having people noticing. I think Kyren Williams said that he's looking more explosive, like he's got his guy hyping him up. He's going and doing the work. And, I like that. I like to see he realizes that this team is full of superstars. People are going to need to stand out. And he's already, not the guy, like you've got Kyren Williams right there. And like, of course he is who he is, but like, that's his competition. So he's making sure he's not going to fade into the background of all these people, around him. And I think He was saying something about like being like having his dream come true, and he's not going to stop until he feels like he's reached his success. And I like him having that personal goal and working on it. So yeah, if there's one person I'm not tired of on the Rams, it's Blake Corum. I like to see what he's doing. I like to see guys taking their like privileges seriously and, you know,
Mhm.
wanting to improve year after year after year and show up and out just for themselves, let alone for like the team. I can't wait to see what they do as a duo this year.
Yeah, I think Corum. I think this is a year. Like last year, some say he might have broken out. I think this is a year he really breaks out. I think last year Kyron and Corum combined for 2,000 yards, a little bit over 2,000 yards. I think this year they could combine for like 2,500
I think they
yards.
were under by like 7 yards. They were really close to 2,000 to collectively, I believe.
Yeah, I
But
think this year.
regardless, yeah.
I think this year they could combine for like 2,500 because like he had I'm gonna say only 145 rushing attempts because most of them came towards the end of the season. That's when he really started to pop off. Towards the beginning of the year, they used him here and there, not really as much. But he still ended up with 145 rushing attempts, and he averaged 5.1 yards per carry. That was point 0.3 more than Kyron Williams. But Kyron Williams had almost over 100, almost over more than 100, 100 more than Corum. So, I mean, Corum has shown some explosiveness, some elusiveness. He just looks like just as a pure back when after he gets the handoff. I feel like just eye test, he looks better than Williams. Williams does have he's a little bit more dynamic in terms of pass catching and of course the blocking as well. That's what Williams has the edge over Corum. But if Corum could come in and he shows improvement on blocking and he kind of improves as a pass catcher as well, I mean, I think eventually we could see a 50-50 split. I don't think it's going to be right off the gate, but I
No.
think for most of the season, I think it could potentially be a 50-50 split. This is a guy who was spectacular in college and his time in Michigan. He
Mhm.
comes to the Rams, and obviously his rookie season, he didn't really play that much. Last year, that's when he gets some shine. This year, year three, usually with pros, year three is usually the year where it's like, okay, is this guy going to take the leap or is he kind of going to be, you know, kind of what he is? I think Blake is this is a year he takes a massive leap, and I think that he's going to be like the X factor, the underrated guy who could take
Mhm.
this Rams offense from like really good. Obviously, they were number one in almost every category last year to like undisputed like they are the best offense in the league, and I think Corum has all the makings of it.
Yeah, I'm sure McVay's super excited about him. I think he was saying about watching his workout videos and saying that he wants to see him do that on the field. And so he's probably planning for that. He's probably got ideas in his mind about how to use him. And if he comes on the field and shows up and does a really good job of it, he's going to keep using it. He just wants to win, you know. So the
Yeah.
guys that are going to help him do that, he's going to utilize them.
Yeah, funny enough, he did have that same kind of smile when he was talking about Blake Corum as he was talking about Aaron Donald. So you know it's
He's
real.
having
You know,
visions in that brain of his.
You know
He's
it's
like, I'm
real if he's
seeing
smiling,
things.
which is why I know he was upset about Ty Simpson way back
I
when
was
because there
gonna
was
say
no
you beat me to
smiling.
it. You know, he doesn't.
You're right, dude. He has zero poker face. He's just like, yeah, I'm fine.
Beat
I
me
like
to
the
it.
pick. You're like, no, you don't.
I haven't seen that smile once when he talks about Ty Simpson. Not once.
Oh
Not
He's
once.
done
dear.
a he's done a good job. Yeah. Anyway, um,
Where is the Ty Simpson talk?
I mean, there's been some from Puka. There's been some from Nathan Shieldhouse. There's been some from other players. They say he's doing well. We have a little bit of time. Why not jump into it? I think it's steadily going okay. I don't think that he's done anything that's remarkable. I don't think he's done anything in the sense that like he's not going to win the backup job. And we talked about this before. We talked about how that could be seen as a bigger issue for the down the line type of situation. But Stetson Bennett is seemingly leaps and bounds ahead of him. But again, he's got what 3 years on the guy, 4 years on the guy in this Ram system already. So you know that you have to kind of factor that in. But on top of that, it could just be that Ty Simpson is not really the rookie standout that everyone hoped he would be. This is kind of leading into him. You know, he was a first only 1 year starter in college, so maybe that's it. Maybe he's just rough around the edges, and he's going to need a little bit more time. That's the way I've seen it. That's the way that I've heard everyone talk about him. It's been a lot of like coach speak from everybody, including Puka Nacua, like, yeah, he's done a good job. He's done a good job. He's getting more snaps. That's all it's been really. So, he's still a rookie player, so we have to give him that grace too. We're not going to come out here and say like, "Oh, he's not worth the first round pick." He's a rookie player. He's a
No.
rookie. He's a rookie quarterback. The whole point of drafting him was that he was going to sit behind Matthew Stafford. We know this. Matthew Stafford is probably going to play through his contract. We also know this. I highly doubt he's going to step away after 2026, unless the Rams win the Super Bowl, and then he's like, "All right, cool, I'm done." Which who knows? He might even still want to chase another one. But that being said, the reason why I don't think we're hitting so much from Ty Simpson is because he's just not going to win that backup job, man. I think Stetson Bennett is ahead of him for obvious reasons, and
Maybe. I think all I've seen really is about him saying that Matthew Stafford's really
yeah,
Yes.
encouraging him. And that's
what you want.
this was about. This
Yeah.
was, that's the guy that you want to learn from. That's the guy who you want to come up behind. And maybe he'll get there eventually. Maybe it's a long-term project situation and they just see how Matthew Stafford's mentorship could help him get to there. But I would have liked to see more from him. I wanted to be excited about him. I wanted to be like, yeah, like they knew something that we didn't know.
I mean, like you just said, it's a long-term project. This is the whole point of this was for him to learn the system under Matthew Stafford with these great offensive coaches with Sean McVay, because then you can, for lack of a better description, you can mold that clay into something really great in a couple seasons.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said, like you guys said, that's it's a long-term project. That's why they selected him. They believe eventually he could be that player. Right now, he doesn't look to be that player, but guess what? He hasn't even played a snap in the NFL. We're going to see that next week when they have their first preseason game. We'll see how he looks then. But yeah, right now, I mean, we're not hearing about him because he's not really doing much to stand out in a significant way. Yeah, like we talked about, would it be? I mean, it's not a tragedy if he loses a QB2 job, but at the same time, I think, speaking for myself, I expected him to win the QB2 job.
Me too.
That doesn't appear to be the case. We still have another month left. We'll see.
Yeah.
But certainly, the biggest winner of like Jimmy G not coming back was certainly Stetson Bennett.
Oh yeah.
From his time in the NFL, he's always had a veteran backup in his way. That wasn't the case entering training camp this year. So to him, he was probably like, okay, like this is my time to shine. He has four years under the Sean McVay, like playbook. So that's certainly an advantage there. It's a complex playbook. It's quarterback, obviously, like the most difficult thing to learn about it, and then it's tight end.
Yeah.
So yeah, like obviously, like it's a very complex offense. There's a lot of things, moving parts going around. So I guess like when you boil it down to that, when you dig kind of deeper, it was like, well, Simpson would have to really, really stand out and be the just have this, like, not saying that he's not smart, right? But like really hone into that for what, I mean, like those 2 months that they had less for training camp. So I mean, yeah, we got to give him some grace. So we're not gonna start calling him a bust or anything like that.
No.
Honestly, even if he looks not that good in preseason, I mean, look, Jared Goff looked like unplayable under Jeff Fisher. I know but like still, he looked like unplayable against Jeff Fisher. People are like, he's elected this guy number 1 overall. Now he's like the most consistent quarterback ever.
Josh Allen was terrible in the beginning.
Yeah,
absolutely terrible. And then look at him now.
Not saying that Ty Simpson's going to be like Josh Allen or Jared Goff, right? But like, I mean, he's going to need some time.
Well, we'll see him in preseason though, and that's the thing. Is maybe he's going to look way better or whatever. That's when you get to see him.
That's the thing I'm most excited about. For sure.
The benefit of this all is the fact that he's getting reps right now because Matthew Stafford's on a modified practice schedule. It could have been the fact that he was practicing every day and you would have not got any time with the ones at all. But he's getting the benefit of doing that. So let's see what he can do in preseason. And, maybe that'll change a lot of people's minds or whatever. That could be the case. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we have a few minutes. We're going to go a little overtime here, but that's okay. We're just quickly talk about this. Puka Nacua has signed new representation. He has a new agent that represents a lot of the bigger football players or the regular football players that have gotten really monster deals thus far in the NFL. And obviously that's for a reason. He is making sure that he has the right pieces in place for when he gets his contract. Jackson Smith and Jigba reset the wide receiver market, and there is a strong chance that Puka Nacua will do the same thing next offseason. Especially if he has another monster year. You can't ignore him. We know that he had his off-season issues, but he's made amends. He's dealing with that. He's taking the right steps, and this season is now going to be him putting that right foot forward in terms of his production, which we know is probably going to be good. And then, going, okay, yeah, I messed up. I went to my treatment facility, yada, yada. I'm showing the Rams that I'm serious. And then they go and give him that big contract. But yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how long this has been in the works for him, and if this is why this is all taken a little bit
Probably
longer than anticipated, because he's gone where JSN and Zay Flowers are. He saw that money and he was like, I want a slice of that. I'm going over there. I don't know if that was after JSN's deal or after Zay Flowers. He was like, I'm tired. What are you doing for me? I'm going over there where the big money is. So I think it's scary for the Rams because I think there's going to be a big old bill coming to them this offseason. They're going to have to make some decisions, but great for him. Love it for him.
Most definitely. Yeah. It's just right now what JSN is making 42.1 million annually.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I would imagine they're probably going to give Puka 45.
45, yeah, that's what I was thinking. 45.
Maybe he could be the first 50 million receiver if he goes crazy this year.
Yeah, maybe
that agency is having a party right now. They're like, we're getting money next year.
They're in the offices. Another Puka touchdown. Yeah.
No, actually, yeah. I mean, yeah, we know if Puka's out there on the football field, he's gonna make plays. That's just and honestly, I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate that the off-field situation is going. It's still kind of pending, kind of ongoing. We don't know how that's gonna end. That doesn't seem to be affecting him at all. He's one of the best players. He's showed up and showed out in training camp. Nothing. This hasn't seemed to faze him at all. And by all indications, that he's gonna have another monster year. Like. Yeah, this guy is like different. It's insane. Like, like last year he averaged over 100 yards a game. And I don't see why he doesn't do that again. It's like just the chemistry he has with Matthew Stafford and the offense. Well, we'll see how like Nate House what he kind of implements in a way. But I mean, Nate also was there last year. He was a pass game coordinator. I mean, and we all saw the year that Puka had. Yeah. There's if he's on the football field, zero worries, and if he has a year that he had last year, even better. Yeah, James, I think 50 million a year. That's certainly within that's certainly going to be around the ballpark range.
Yep. We'll see. Obviously, I mean, he's prepping for the 2027 offseason. I think this is just in a way that we understand that he's not going to get his deal now. It's not going to be before the regular season. I don't think it's going to be in 2026.
He's increasing his value.
Yeah, definitely.
Hold on.
But thank you guys so much for listening. This has been Roundtable Rams, episode number 29, I believe I said it was. We will be back next week with more training camp stuff, and hopefully we will be talking about Aaron Donald officially being back because, come on, just say it already.
If we're not, I'm not coming to next week's podcast.
Yeah.
I'm holding out.
Dang, we got a holdout.
I'm holding out.
What a holdout.
I think you got to go higher.
Billy, do a hold in.
Just sit there and don't talk the whole episode. I think you got to go hire Puka's representation.
I'm like that guy in Baltimore when the Ravens weren't scoring the touchdowns and he stayed outside on his roof for days. I'm not saying anything until Aaron Donald's got a contract.
Aaron Donald, please announce your return. Rams or Sean McVay, somebody do it. But thank you guys so much for listening.